Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Keeping It Pro call with Romacio Fulcher. This is a free call that happens every Sunday, same time, same place. So we are glad you are here. This is a call that's been going on for a couple of years now, and Romacio hosts this call to really give back to an industry that he has become a true professional in, an industry that he loves, and he wants to make sure that everyone has top-notch skills training, top-notch mentorship, regardless of what company you are with, regardless of where you are in your career with network marketing. This call is for you. So today, my name is Tanya Hagre, and I have the honor of hosting this call for you and talking about some things that are very near and dear to my heart. So I have actually had the honor to mentor with Romacio for the last year and a half or so. I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I have learned so much about this industry. I've been a part of it for about 6 years, but really this last year and a half with Romacio has really taken me from kind of dabbling and trying really hard to make myself into a professional to learning just a few of the key things and just doing a few little tweaks that I needed to truly take my business to another level. And over the last year in 2017, I actually became a six-figure earner in the industry, much in part thanks to learning and mentoring a lot of the things that Romacio teaches and really paying attention to the details. So today, when Romacio asked me to share with all of you some of the things that I find really important, one of the things that I love to speak on is kind of the FOUR to SOAR. So I'm going to be talking about the 4 key things that I think everyone needs to be successful long term, and I'm going to make this specific to network marketing, but this is actually specific to any goal that you deem really, really important to you. These are the 4 things that I think you need to 100% have as a part of your everyday processes and life in order to really soar towards your goal, and in this case, we're going to say specifically to network marketing. So I'll really fill you in on how it relates in that way as well. So first of all, in network marketing, it's really important to learn your company's system. System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. Save yourself time, energy, and money, okay? Your company has a system, and most likely the leaders of your company, the top income earners, have developed, along with corporate, a system that works that you simply need to duplicate over and over and over again in order to be successful. So the key to this, and why I made it my first point, is because you need to learn the system, know it like the back of your hand, just get it down pat. Whatever the copy is, or whatever the scripts are that your company teaches, or your leader teaches you, your mentor teaches you, practice them in the mirror again and again and again. Memorize the system, because you can never customize what is not first systematized. And the customization of the system in network marketing, it's not really customization, but it's making sure you insert yourself into the system. Because system says save yourself time, energy, and money, but notice that you, yourself, is still within the system. And one of the mistakes I've seen people make is that they become a robot. And the people close to them, their closest friends and family, they notice they're just all of a sudden sounding not like themselves. They're quote-unquote sounding salesy, or they're sounding really awkward, or you find yourself getting told, hey, man, did you just call me to ask me if I wanted to do your business? So the difference that I see between the people that really learn a system and do it well, and the people that learn the system, become robots, or they kind of fail, the system doesn't work for them. It's because they left themselves. They left the you out of the system. So you, as in Y-O-U, need to stay in the system. So learn it like the back of your hand. Get those scripts down. Know them by heart. So then you can get rid of your notes and you can be yourself again, just with the foundation, that outline of how to do the business firmly underneath of you. You still need to keep your personality. You still need to stay yourself and stay true to your core. So if you're worried about sounding salesy, or you've been told you just don't sound like yourself anymore, go back to the drawing board, practice the system that you've been taught, make sure you're taking the steps your company teaches, but then make sure you're keeping your true self in the system as well. Keep a smile on your face. Make sure when you're looking at yourself in the mirror practicing, look yourself in the eye and smile and stay true to who you are. Keep your voice filled with conviction, with belief, but make sure you still sound like yourself. Do not become a robot. People can see right through that, okay? So learn your system, believe in your system, but don't forget to believe in you and yourself and keeping yourself true and authentic within that system. Now, the last point on this is that a lot of people skip learning the system and think, oh, that won't work for me, and they never learn it in the first place, and they go rogue. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying just keep your personal voice in it, but you are going to follow the system and stay true to the foundation of what is being built and taught so that it can be duplicated, because the key to being successful long-term in network marketing is that it duplicates. So you all need to be following, and you need to be teaching and doing the same system so that the people that you help to get started know, oh yeah, wait, that's exactly what you did with me. I can do exactly the same thing. The second the teaching starts for your brand new prospect that may become a part of your company is the first time you talk to them. They will be watching what you do from the first time that you talk to them. Subconsciously, you're already teaching them the system you're using because you're using it on them, right? So once they get started and then you start teaching them the system and they start having all these bells go off in their head, oh yeah, that's what you did with me, that's what you did with me, that's what you did with me. I can totally do this. It worked with me, therefore it's going to work with other people as well. So stay true to your system, but keep yourself in the system and sound like yourself. Okay, number two in the 4 tips to soar. Number 2 is consistency. It takes a lot of practice to become a professional. It takes a lot of practice to become a professional. Once you learn the system and start doing it, you need to do it again and again and again and again. You will be prospecting, you will be duplicating the same simple tasks again and again, but it takes a lot of practice to truly become a professional at them. Now, Malcolm Gladwell, he is an amazing author, and he made famous the 10,000 hour rule. So some of his books are called The Tipping Point, How Little Things Make a Big Difference, Outliers, The Stories of Success. You can look him up. His name is Malcolm Gladwell, and he has the 10,000 hour rule. So basically there was a study of violinists, and they noticed that the difference between the best violinists and the good violinists was about that the best ones had practiced for 10,000 hours. So that's kind of become the rule of thumb. You don't become a professional or really great at anything until you have 10,000 hours of practice. So in our case, it's how many people do you need to practice having conversations with? How many recruitments do you need to have? How many hours of practicing prospecting do you need to have before you truly become great? So we know that it's a numbers game here in network marketing and that it takes consistency over time. So again and again and again, doing these same simple steps of our system. But the second part of that study that never comes up, along with consistency, the second thing that all of the great violinists had in that study that none of the good violinists had was sleep. So the second most important factor that nobody ever talks about is sleep. So I'm talking about consistency in all of the most important areas of your life. And part of the consistency that you need in this second tip is in your sleep as well. So it showed that the violinists got more hours of sleep and that they got better hours of practice. So they got more out of the practice they were doing because they had slept. So studies show that if you are sleep deprived, getting consistently only 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, for instance, it's like being at 0.1 blood alcohol level. So it's like no one would say, like, have you all heard people say, oh, badge of honor, I haven't slept in weeks, I'm working so hard. You know, in network marketing, we do 90-day runs and we, you know, hashtag the no sleep club, which is good and okay for a little bit, but it's basically, studies have shown, like showing up for work, showing up at your computer, showing up for prospecting like you're slightly drunk all the time. And no one would ever say to you, oh, good job for showing up a little bit drunk to work all the time. Like, we would never say that. Yet it's a badge of honor, and we brag about being in the no sleep club. So it's okay for a little while, but in the long term, it's really, really hard on your health. It's really, really hard on your performance. And we want you all to be great. So consistency in your practice, consistency in your prospecting, and consistency in your sleep long term is really, really important. Number 3, in my 4 tips to soar, play. It is shown that the most mentally advanced of all beasts across the planet, those that have survived and evolved, they play. It's because they practice survival. They practice evolution. So what we find is that humans, when they have play and when they have rest, they actually come up with their greatest ideas in play. Bill Gates, even in his busiest times, when he had his busiest years creating greatness at Microsoft, arguably one of the best thinkers of all time, he still takes 2 one-week sections of the year out of his year. He basically becomes a hermit. He takes books and magazine articles. He goes in the middle of nowhere. He completely unplugs, and he spends time just relaxing and reading, and he comes up with some of his greatest ideas and moments from those times. Steve Jobs practiced the same. Romacio Fulcher, you'll notice he's one of the greats that all of us follow in network marketing. That's who hosts this call, who is the owner of this call, and he brings play into his biggest trainings. He brings play into a lot of his life. You know, he says when you feel good, you do good, you know, making sure you're getting out there, exercising and playing all the time and keeping that consistently in your life. And you will find you will have moments of inspiration. You will come back with renewed energy. You will come back with new ideas and new perspectives on your business. And with that brings me to point number 4. And our 4th point to soar is journaling. So when your mind is at its peak, when you have those new ideas, when you have those revelations, when you have those times in your business, even when you're really down or you haven't been sleeping and you feel like the world is ending, that's what happens with me. If I don't get enough sleep, everything is awful and the world is absolutely ending. But those are all good things to write down. So journaling is the 4th important point to soar, because you know what? The days can go slow, but the years go really fast. And we forget all of these things that we think we'll remember, how we felt, what we learned, what the steps were that brought us these little wins. But over time, we forget. And that means if you haven't written them down, you can't go back and learn from them either. You can't go back and look at, why was I so successful at those couple months? What had I been doing leading up to those couple months? And if you can go back and look in a journal and just see what you had been doing, what daily activities you had been doing, that can often be a window into the picture of success to see what led up to that success. So journaling is the fourth point to really soar and get great long-term results. So again, they will learn the system, save yourself time, energy, and money, and make sure you keep the you, Y-O-U, in that system. Number two, consistency in all things. Your prospecting, your recruiting, your training, keeping your mind on point, and very, very importantly, sleep. Number three was play. Little bouts of play. Keep that in your routine. Keep those moments of play and exercise and movement all in your routine to truly have moments of inspiration and clarity. And then fourth, journal, write it all down. And the last tips I have on journaling is that I just read this week, the point when you're just starting journaling is stop writing before you think you're done. So a lot of people will journal for a few days, but they write down absolutely everything, and then it ends up being like they unintentionally make it too much work so that they quit doing it. So the key is just write a little bit every night, especially when you're starting out. Stop before you think you're done writing so that the next night you come back and you haven't overwhelmed yourself thinking you have to write everything down. So less is more. Less is more. Often in life, it's keeping things simple that will bring you the most success, and in network marketing, that is most often the case. So I just want to finish this up with a few thoughts of why I think these 4 tips are so important. This industry is very simple, but it's not easy. Mentally, you need endurance to complete a few simple tasks again and again and again and again. It will take 10,000 hours or more to become a professional, to lead to that lifestyle you want, of financial freedom, of physical freedom, to achieve all of those things that are on your why list for why you're doing this industry. You need that mental acuity. You need that mental toughness to do those simple tasks again and again and again. Most people don't have it, and that's why they quit. That's why I need you to stay true to the system, the consistency, the sleep, the play, and the journaling, so that you can stay true to these very simple tasks over time. Because you want to show people your lifestyle. In network marketing, your lifestyle in you, the human capital, you are your own biggest asset. And if you don't have your sleep, you don't have your consistency, you don't have your play, your lifestyle probably isn't going to look very fun. And in network marketing, you want people to take a look at what you do on a daily basis and think, oh, I want to do what she does. Oh my gosh, look at him. I see what he does. I see the journal. I see that he's working hard, but he plays hard, and look how healthy he looks. I want to be him. People join people they know, like, and trust, but they also join people that they want to model after. Therefore, your lifestyle needs to look like one that people want. You want it to look simple. You want it to look like you're a leader. You want it to look like you play hard, but you want it to look like you work hard, but you want it to look like you're healthy. That means you need to sleep, and they want to see the play as well. You're leading with your lifestyle. People are going to want to join that lifestyle. They're going to want to join you in network marketing. And last but not least, why are these 4 tips important? Because network marketing is so unique. It's not completely like owning your own small business where you're in charge of everything. You're only in charge of really being the messenger and being a good leader, leading a good lifestyle. The company takes care of the distribution. They take care of the development of the product. They take care of the shipping, all of that good stuff. You're in charge of showing the lifestyle, sharing the story, and leading people to make sure they can do the same, okay? But here, you also have to be a good employee. You aren't an employee, but you have to show up. This is a volunteer opportunity for you. If you don't show up, no one's going to yell at you because you don't have a boss. So you have to act like an employee and you have to act like an entrepreneur. So we're in a very, very unique niche, okay? It's unique because you be a good employee, you be consistent, you do the same things. You are your own best employee. You are your own business owner. You need to do sprints of great bursts of activity. That's why we do 90-day runs. But you also need to win the marathon because it takes a while to become a professional and to be consistent. So that is why these 4 points are so, so important, because we are in such a unique opportunity. But that also means we get more unique opportunities than anybody else in the entire world. We can truly create a life of physical and financial freedom and have the best of all worlds, the best of the employee world, because it's a few simple tasks done again and again and again without us needing to create the product like an employee has. It's better because we get more flexibility, so we get the life of that entrepreneur, right? We get that life of the entrepreneur. It is our own business. But still, we have to be the sprinter and the marathoner both as well. Great bursts of activity, income-producing activity can create greatness in your network marketing business. But you'll have to be consistent over time like a marathoner in order to be consistent, in order to win the long-term game in network marketing. So I hope with these 4 points to soar, it will really help you take advantage of this unique opportunity that is network marketing to really give you the lifestyle you love and really have that financial freedom, that physical freedom, just to be the person you've always wanted to be and the lifestyle you've always wanted. So again, learn your system, implement consistency, make sure you're taking good care of that human capital you have that is yourself. Make sure you play and make sure you journal it and write it all down along the way. So you guys, this call was short and sweet. I hope it's been helpful for you. Again, a lot of the places I get some of these ideas, I pulled from Malcolm Gladwell. He's a great author. And the other book that I haven't mentioned, but I pulled a lot of this from, is called Essentialism by Greg McKeown, and I just love that book as well. Great lifelong lessons in those books. So thank you all for joining me. Have a great evening, and thank you to Romacio Fulcher for giving me the honor of leading all of you on this call tonight. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.